Toronto, Kevin Pillar witnessed drastic changes during his 7-year tenure with the Toronto Blue Jays. From the disappointing underachievement of the 2013 team to the unpredictable overachievement of the 2015 team to the current transitional period that includes an almost entirely new coaching staff, Pillar has been the one constant through it all. But he'll be a constant no more after being traded Tuesday to the San Francisco Giants in exchange for right-handed pitchers Juan De Paula and Derek Law, and infielder Alan Hansen. More, watch Changeup, a new MLB Live Whip-Around show on DAZN. The trade is part of a full-on rebuild during which the Jays front office will evaluate all of Major League-ready young talent in order to evaluate who will be a part of a future that includes the top prospect and 2019 AL Rookie of the Year candidate, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Pillar was drafted by the Blue Jays in the 32nd round of the 2011 MLB draft and worked his way through the minors until he was first called up in August 2013. A homegrown talent, Pillar has spent his entire professional career in the Blue Jays organization. When asked before Sunday's game about how he felt hearing his name in trade rumors, Pillar, who has a young family and who has been candid about wanting to play in Toronto for the rest of his career, said it was disconcerting. "This is the first time I've been a part of that. So, I mean, it was a little bit shocking, it was a little bit nerve-wracking," he said. "I understand the business of the game. As I've been here a little bit longer, it's very unrealistic for someone to stay in the same organization for the duration of their career." Pillar is acutely aware that the Jays are in a transitional phase and acknowledged that, at least on paper, it makes sense for the front office to trade whatever assets it has and turn them into younger, more controllable assets. Although he knows from talking to other players in the game that picking up and moving to a new place would be difficult, Pillar chooses to think about potential trades in terms of what it means from the perspective of the acquiring team. "I think in some way you can kind of look at it as not necessarily a sign of a slap in the face from the organization, but a sign of honor that there's teams out there that appreciate what you bring and want your service," he said. "So, when I do hear them I kind of try to turn my mindset to, I understand why another team would want my service because I know what I can bring to the table. Obviously they see what I can bring to the table every single day." Pillar's season has not started out well in terms of production at the plate. When he talked with Sporting News before the final game of the series against Detroit, he still had not recorded his first hit. Pillar admitted that every player is eager to record their first hit of the season, but said he doesn't let that stand in the way of his approach. "It's not ideal, but these things do happen in the game. Early in the season it's kind of magnified because you don't have a batting average, you kind of see zeros up on the scoreboard," he said. You're 3 games in, you kind of feel like the whole world is looking at you like, when's he going to get his first hit, but I've been through stretches in the middle of the season that kind of get swept under the rug. It's not magnified because whether I got off to a good start or not, it's just, everything is so magnified early in the game." A notoriously aggressive player in every facet of the game, Pillar said that breaking out of a slump is all about staying in the moment and not trying to force the issue. "So, today's just about going up there, with the confidence that maybe I'm hitting .500 as opposed to not having my first hit and just go up there and attack good pitches and kind of let it fly," he said. Pillar was finally rewarded with a one-out single in the bottom of the 8th inning on Sunday, leading to a 3-run rally that tied the game before the Jays eventually lost in extra innings. More, SN's MLB Power Rankings. The 30-year-old center fielder was the longest-tenured Blue Jay before the trade, having spent parts of 7 seasons in Toronto and experiencing 5 opening days with the team. As one of the veteran members of the team, Pillar found himself through spring training and into the first few games of the season stepping in to fill the leadership void left by the trades of Josh Donaldson, Russell Martin and Kendrys Morales, and the release of Troy Tulowitzki. "I think my leadership style is, I'm more comfortable along the lines of just going out there and playing every single day and trying to stay consistent through the ups and downs of this game. and just really try to lay it on the line every single day for my team, regardless of what the score is or regardless of how I'm performing at the plate," Pillar said. Quote, "I've had to learn how to step up and be a leader a little bit more vocally. It's not going to be rah-rah all the time, but it's more along the lines of patting guys on the backside, letting them know, keep going, we believe in you." Pillar credited the team as a whole, including the coaching staff, with creating a dynamic, positive clubhouse culture, stating that post-game there is a focus on calling attention to the positives that happened in the game and making individual players feel excited about what they were able to accomplish. He says that motivates others to want to step up and be the best player on the field every day. Amid all the excitement, however, lurks the reality of where the Blue Jays are now without Pillar. This is a team undergoing a full rebuild, and any player who lacks long-term control could be gone by the end of the season. You never know what upper management's thinking as far as maybe going out and acquiring guys to make this team even more competitive," Pillar said. "You know, we could be competitive and they could go and sell every single player because we are successful. You never know."